So I know this is usually a music channel, but today we're gonna get crafty because I am also a very crafty gal. Hey friends, I hope you're doing well. Something I want to try and do more of this year is share my love of sewing and making things on the internet a little bit more. When I'm not singing or making music, I love sewing and making clothes and all sorts of different things because I have so much spare time to do these things. I watch so much sewing and crochet YouTube, like I'm obsessed. And so I figured a fun way to start would be sharing all of the things I've made so far in 2023. It's currently March, so we've had like 3 months worth of making. So here's a whole bunch of stuff that I've sewn and crocheted. I'm gonna kick off with sewing because this is the thing I love to do the most. I've been sewing for about 10 years now, but I would probably like to say that I've only been good at it for like maybe the last 3 or so, 4 years, and even then, my skills are limited. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I'm also not shit. So I'm like somewhere in the middle on the skill scale, you know? Now, the first make of the year I am technically sneaking in as I did finish it on New Year's Eve, but it totally counts. So I made the Celestia dress by Paper Cut Patterns, and let me tell you, I am obsessed with this dress. I love a good square neckline, and the shape at the back with the straps is really cool too. I should mention, I actually added a decent amount of extra fabric to the bottom tier of this dress. I really like full gathered ruffles, and so I just wanted like a bit of volume in there so that you could have a really pretty, ruffly, tiered graduation to the layers, if you will. There's like 4 or 5 meters of fabric in this bad boy. There's a lot. It has been an awfully hot and humid summer here in Queensland this year. It's been gross. And so I needed something that was just cool and floaty and wouldn't stick to me. And this dress was perfect. It saved my summer, and thank God for that. I think I've worn it like, I wanna say like twice a week, at least. And then for winter, I can layer it with a t-shirt underneath and it'll look really cute too. It's made out of this beautiful black linen from the fabric store here in Australia. And if you haven't been there, they have the most divine linen fabric selection. But yeah, can wholeheartedly recommend this dress. It is stunning. Plus you get 2 different styles with the bodice as well. I opted for the strappy version just because I love the way that that looks. But you never know, maybe I'll whip out the other one. And then the next thing I made for the summer was actually another version of the paper cut pattern. I found that I had some white linen fabric in my stash, and I thought no better way to use it up than making a cute little peplum top that's just something floaty and easy to throw on for summer. I can wear it with jeans if I wanted to, shorts, some linen pants. But yeah, I just used the bodice pieces, made some thick straps to go with it, and then gathered up a little ruffly peplum hem, and that was it. Super easy, super cute. Another tick for the Celestia pattern. Oh my God, okay, I love this next dress. So I follow a lot of amazing sewists and makers on Instagram. Seriously, I love the Instagram sewing community. You can find so many cool patterns on there and independent makers, but I think my favorite thing is just being able to see makes on different bodies and different shapes and sizes and people that look like you. It's such a great space for finding inspiration. One of the gals I follow is by Sam Elliott. She makes some lovely stuff. And I'd seen her reel of this gorgeous tiered midi dress that she made out of like a really cute zebra print poplin from the fabric store. And I'd been eyeing off that exact fabric. So naturally I had to make one for myself too. But it's like another tiered roughly number with a puff sleeve and a shirred panel at the back. I love sharing. It is so much fun to do. There wasn't really a specific pattern for it or anything. Sam has like a diagram on how she constructed it on her Instagram, which was super helpful. But otherwise, it was kind of just self-drafted. And I'm not the best at self-drafting. I find I always stuff things up royally when I eyeball it and then struggle to find motivation to finish projects. I get a bit funny about puff sleeves sometimes. I personally adore puff sleeves and I love the look, but I get really funny about dresses and patterns that just have like an elasticated cuff over the shoulder rather than like having a strap with the puff sleeve attached, if that makes sense. So I like to have like a bit of a strap that the puff sleeve can then be attached to. Do you know how hard it is to find a pattern for that? It just like doesn't exist. So if anybody knows of one, please tell me. Anyway, I don't think I did the best job at constructing this. It's not my best make, but it is super cute and I love wearing it. So that's all that matters, right? You know, now that I'm here, I actually feel like I've done a lot more crochet this year so far than I have sewing, but I've got plans, so it's okay. I've also been pattern cutting a lot and then just ignoring projects, and they're in piles on my table. Anyway, let's talk crochet. I would still say that I'm fairly new to crochet. I only started learning in like May last year and I haven't really branched out that much. But having said that, I adore it. I just am really enjoying crochet and it's definitely taken over my life. The thing I've made the most for myself so far is definitely sweater vests. I love the look of a checkered sweater vest and I've made 2 so far this year. One in my most favorite color combo ever, red and pink, and then a pink and green one, which was heavily inspired by one I saw in Cotton On. I gotta admit, I kind of just bought these colors at Spotlight when I was still super new to crochet without realizing that there's a whole other world online for buying yarns. So I kind of don't really like the specific pink combination now, but it's fine. I think once I looked online and saw how much there is out there for cotton yarn, I could have gotten some better shades, but it's fine. But yeah, this one was my first time working with cotton yarn, which took me a while to get used to, but I really like it and I can wear it when it's, you know, somewhat cool and not have to wait for the dead of winter. And then I actually have a lot of work in progress crochet bits, but I'm about to piece them together, so I'll show you. I saw Katie Jones Knit wearing this really cute crocheted granny square jumper and I love it. So I'm just making a ton of squares for that in an assortment of cotton yarns and I'm slowly starting to stitch it all together, but I feel like it's gonna take me quite a while. The second work in progress I have is making a checkered cardigan just like this one for my husband. It's this really cute pattern where one side is big checks, the other side is smaller checks. So I'm using a double crochet for the smaller and then patchworking big squares for the bigger side. All of the pieces are done separately. I literally just have to start stitching it together and do the ribbing. So not long left to go on that one now. And my last work in progress is making a bobble stitch patchwork cardigan inspired by the incredible From Carly B. I met Carly at a theater workshop day. Her voice is incredible, by the way, and started following her afterwards, and ever since I have just fallen in love with all of her work. She makes the most dreamy collection of patchwork dresses, crocheted goodies. It's very whimsical and I'm obsessed. And one of the things she makes in the winter are these super cute bobble stitch jumpers and cardigans, and I just knew I had to give this a go. She's got 2 really great tutorial reels on her Instagram, although they are from quite a while ago, so you might have to scroll back a fair bit. But I've been using them to learn and piece it together. And now I have this stash of beautifully pastel colored bobble stitch patchwork things that I'm ready to stitch together, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna be like a big pastel marshmallow for the winter. The only problem is that it's so hot here in Brisbane that we only really get 1 month of a real winter, but it's fine. We'll work with it. Anyway, that's everything I've been stitching for the first 3 months of 2023. I hope you've enjoyed seeing some of the things I've been making. Like I said at the start, I really love sewing and crochet stuff on YouTube, so I'm gonna try and push myself more out of my comfort zone to create some different things. So hopefully I can make more things this year and turn this channel into a bit of a music and craft space. Hopefully that's okay with you. What are you making at the moment? Are you a crochet person or do you like sewing? Let me know. I'd love to hear about it. I'll catch you in the next video, friends. Have a good one.